journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, what we're looking at now is that line here on the valid trend line here on the dollar index. You notice we broke that yesterday. You can see now we've rallied up to the 78% level. We're now in the 9th day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th day of a rally. That's highly unusual. So this is where we should run into some resistance if we're going to see it. If we take a look at the 382 from the previous high right back here, you can see us at where we are right now. See, there's the 382. We're actually above it by just a little bit. So we got two numbers there that decides whether we're going to go popping ahead. But with this strong trend like this, gee, it looks like it's made a pretty good bottom down in here. All right, now let's take a quick look here at the British pound. If I can find it, I had it up here just a minute ago because I want to, two things. Well, I'm going to go through the trades that we have on here in just a second, but let's take a look here at this British pound because we covered it yesterday and I knew that it was probably going to go lower, but we had made $1,500 in it and I thought that was a time to take the profit on it. And as you know, it went a lot lower. As you can see here, we came down. There's where we covered it yesterday, was right down in here. So, actually, right there is where I covered it. And it's dropped another $700-800 to the downside. So that's money that you can't get back. So that's that's what trading's all about. Let me show you another one here. This was the cattle yesterday. We had a huge win in cattle yesterday of about $1,300, okay? And what I said today is you move your stop up to this level right here to lock in at least $700, and that's all you got because it got stopped out and it's gone a little bit higher, so that's a closed trade. Now, the big win that we've had this week, we've had a couple of nice ones. We'll get this out of the way here for the cattle, but we want to look here at the crude oil because it has been a very, very good one. And by the way, our guest tomorrow will be Mike Moore of Moore Analytics. There's our crude oil. If you remember, folks, we sold this up here. Now let's get the daily up so you'll be able to see it easy enough. There's the daily right there. Now you can see we're down well over $3,000, folks, as we speak right now, from $69.58 to $66.27. That's a $3,000 move where we are. But look at it intraday. This is what's interesting. As you see it on an intraday move, we'll just move this over like this. We tried to make this ABCD pattern here this morning. We missed it by just a little bit, and now it's continuing to go down a little lower. This is highly suggestive that we're probably going to get down here to $65.12, okay? That's $1,000 from where we are right now. If that's the case, let's put the hourly up because this is where I would be taking profits. Okay, I might be wrong, but there was a sell right out there. Just nothing more than a little ABCD action. You can see we're breaking down through all these supports, and there's our big number right down here. See, it didn't stop at the 618. All it did was rally just a very little bit. That tells us we're probably going here. So that's where, and maybe it goes down to here. But folks, you gotta feed the pauper once in a while, and I would be covering my short crude oil here at around 65.70. That's where I would be covering it. Might be early, might be way too early, but we're only risking 50 pips, folks, and you've made $3,000. It's not easy to make $3,000 in these markets these days, okay? So that's the main thing that we're paying a close attention to here today. Also, on a technical front, Google has really whacked me today, folks. They didn't deliver most of the emails that I sent out last night outlining the trades that we had. They're all working beautifully. Of course, some of them reversed, but I put stops in so that everybody was protected. But, whether you got the message or not, I don't know. In particular, looking at that here was the gold market. I want to get up here and show you what happened in gold last night, because this is one that we had on last night. Let's get the hourly chart up, because that's where the trade was placed. And what I did was, you see, we came up to this level right here, and I sent a video out, and I said, look, you want to cover, put your short, protect your stop here. We bought it here at 51. So I said, put your stop at 61 to lock in $1,000. And then that's exactly what happened. But watch this. I'm going to show you how much fun gold is to trade, folks. We're just going to move it over to a 13-minute chart. And if you believe in things that we talk about here, like patterns and stuff like this, it's not Elliott wave. It's just a little bit of Fibonacci mumbo jumbo. But if you take your high right back there to your low right there, look at your 382 right here, folks, right there at 33.60. And from 33.60, you can see how it went down. I'll just draw this in. You'll be able to see it. There's your AB leg right here. There's your CD leg right there. And there it is, right on the money, honey. That's exactly what it did. So, and now we're rallying back. So what would we expect to see? Just move this over. Let's just try it again. Maybe this will work this time. Go from the last high, see what the 382 will be, and move it down. And 382 is going to come in here at around 339. You see, it's $2 away from where it is right now. Gold's still down $20-some on the day. It's in a downtrend, and it's setting real close to the 382 pattern right here. So that's what I do. I actually, well, doesn't make any difference here. Get this out of the way here. Okay, now let's move over to where we are with the corn. Now this is one that's real interesting, because no one in the world thought that corn had a chance to rally. But there it was. There was the buy right there at 411. It's now rallied all the way up to 422, so it has a $500 profit in it. Plus your stop is now at break even. So you don't have to risk very much. That's the ideal situation. You can't ask for anything better than that. And this is the one that I've been waiting for a long time. I don't know if it's ever going to be filled or not, but it's getting closer each day. And that is the soybeans here, the November beans. And we're going to find out whether it does. This is really a beauty, folks, because it's in the middle. See, the beans don't pollinate until these last 3 weeks here. We've got 6 weeks to go before that happens, and this is where the stuff usually happens, if it's going to be any good. But the ABCD measures right there to 992. Okay, and then you risk 10 cents. You become a farmer for 10 cents. Buy at 992, sell it at 982, and you'll find out if it works. There's your ABCD to the upside, but been waiting for this a very, very long time. Okay, now let's looking at this on a really short-term basis. There's probably a couple of nice 382 rallies in here. We're just going to draw it in here. Well, what hasn't really done very much. You can see here over the last few days, you see we've had the big ABC, but it's still coming down very, very quietly. That means that's a really good sign here from my perspective. The market's doing exactly what I was hoping to do, and I want to get it down just a little bit lower to that number, which is 92, and that says 95, so that's pretty close. The 6786 is at 93. My order sets at 993, folks, so that's what I'm looking at right here. The last little rally that we had back here, not very much, but let's take a break, and we'll talk about this a little bit more when we get back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, this is the Dow Jones, and as you can see, we've taken out the lows of the last few days. The rally last night, this is when it occurred here at, must have been about 10 o'clock, I don't know, New York time. I'm not even sure. All I heard was the beepers go off, but it had a very, very strong rally. There was our last high that we had right back in there, and you can see we went a little above the 618, and now we've come down and started to make. Remember, this, folks, is basically it's 20 of the triple-digit stocks, and they were helped today because of J.P. Morgan and a few others with their results, so that made it up a little bit. But mainly it was the China thing with the Taiwanese. You know, what do you call it? Chips. Boy, I'm in an area where it's way beyond my pay grade, folks, because I hear, you know, people talking about cryptos. I've never been involved in that crypto stuff, so I really can't talk very much about it. But someone asked me a question, so I'd try to answer it today. This is Coinbase, and it is one of the most, when you talk about this thing moves faster than cryptocurrency. Has much more volatility. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's an ETF, but let me get the daily up here. And it's been very, very strong. As you can see here, there's where we way back here. Let's just move it up and we'll see if we got any patterns in here. Well, we do have some patterns. There's a 3-drive pattern that I can see here in the cryptocurrencies. Folks, I'm an old timer, so don't believe about 10% of what I say. The other 90% I'm not even sure of. But when you can turn off the machine and lose everything, there's no way to tell you what this stuff is, folks. It's a digit, and I know it's a great deal, but I missed it, and I'm not afraid of it or anything. Well, I'm afraid of it, but you can see this is where we are with it. It's down in an area where it should have some type of correction. But again, I'm not predicting it. I know very little about it. It must be for real because there's a couple $1 trillion in it. But boy, oh boy, that's a real little scary thing. It's when you can just stop and think it's all computer-based, and if a digit goes wrong or something, shut the front door and raise the rent. I've got to bring something to our attention, folks, that we've been waiting for quite some time for our friends over in Hong Kong. Let's get it up here, and you'll be able to see we are right on the old money now. Here's where we are. You remember I talked to you about this quite some time ago. There's the Hong Kong market, and this is the one we're watching right here. Now, you can see the ABCD pattern that we have going in right now. This is going back to January. Then the market comes down and comes down from this level up to the high. It measures right up here to where we are just about right now, about 25,408. We're 24,590 right now. But if you look at this right here, this is what's important because we're completing this pattern right in here. That means what should happen here in Hong Kong? You see it gapped up today. That was mainly due to this. But boy, it can't go below here now. The reason why is we're very, very close to completing this pattern that is right here. There's your drive 1. There's your drive 2. There's your drive 3. And then what do you have right behind it? You got another drive 1, another drive 2, another drive 3, taking out this high by just a heartbeat. That's at 25,000. So pay close attention because if that turns from that level, and believe me, folks, you know, this is a big market over there. That's a lot of people. Okay, now go back to see where we were back in March. You see the 3 drive to a top pattern in March? It's very similar to what we're looking at right here. There's drive 1, there's drive 2, there's drive 3. We'll draw it in so you can see it. But that's what it is. This is probably the most reliable pattern that we have. But remember, I've had a reliable pattern on this and the NASDAQ for several weeks now, and it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. And that's the way markets work sometimes. So we'll get this out of the way here with Hong Kong. And I also want to talk about another one we talked about it several weeks ago, and it just keeps paying big dividends. Let me get it up here now. It starts with an H and it ends with the G, the little hoggies. Here's the hogs. You can see here we missed the 382 here. There was the ABCD. Look at it now, folks. It's coming down, actually rallying a little bit today. And so, but that's been a pretty good move here in the live hog. So that's another one that we're watching here today. Move this out of the way. Now, a couple stocks have been asked to take a look at that, and I'm just going to go and answer them one at a time here because I don't know, you know, which ones that are going to be answered first or second or third. I have to do it one at a time. So we'll take a look here at Tesla. I know I should buy a share just to say I traded it once. Okay, here's the Tesla. See if we're up today. Nope, we're actually down today. And you can see here, we opened on the high and we're trading near the low of the day right now in Tesla. So that's what that looks like. Also been asked about NVIDIA, believe it or not. This thing was up 7% overnight. That was one of the reasons for the NASDAQ going ballistic. Let me get this up here. NVIDIA is right there. Put the hourly chart. I don't know if we hit 180 or not. Let's see how close we did. Not quite. There's a big gap, another huge gap in here today. You can see it gap from 64 all the way up to 73. It's trading at 70, up substantially on the day. That's keeping the NASDAQ up. And then if we looked at this on the long-term weekly, you see it's gone way above where we thought it was going to go. 66 was where we thought it going to go, and it's gone a lot higher than that. So let's redraw it and see what that actual number might be. It's probably going to be, well, we know it's not going to be 1.27, but there's your high right here. There's drive 1, there's drive 2, and there's drive 3. It's setting, it's at the 1.618 of that number, and it's at the 1.27 of that number right there at 172.48. So this may be Custer's last stand, and my name is George Armstrong Custer. So we'll find out if this is going to be the high or not right here. Previous high on July 11th was 166, or $4 higher than that, making a 1.618 expansion of the move from this level right there. There it is right there. You can see the move right there. 171.56. That's pretty close to 172 and change. And it's the 1.27 of this move right here. It's just a little bit of old math numbers is all it is right there. So you got, oh my goodness, you got two numbers there. 171.56 and 172.48. And the high today was 172.40. We'll see if that means anything. Probably not. Anyway, that's what we're watching here with NVIDIA, and we'll get this out of the way right here and see where we are with some of these other things here. And there we see we got the let's see, we covered the cattle, we covered the crude oil, we covered the corn, we covered the British pound, we traveled, we covered the this one right here. You can see here we didn't quite take out the low yet, but it's still very, very close. We got down to 25, but this means that we probably got an ABCD coming in at this level right here. We're going to find out here. That got to 27, and we'll see where we are with that. Okay, now get this out of the way. And bonds, we've already said that, folks. Bonds, let's look at this bond chart, folks, because it's got problems. I mean, people keep saying it, but nobody does anything about it. Look at this. Let's take a break here. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, I've been asked to try to explain what I talk about between the U.S. dollar and the euro. The euro is 53% of the index for the dollar index. I think it has 29 different currencies out of the 180 countries that we have in the world. 29 of them are in that dollar index. And as you can see here, we're sitting right at the 61% retracement of our low right back here. We're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're down 11 days. On the way up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days up. So 11 is going to be very, very strong support. Here's where we are right now. The reason why I bring that up is because when we were looking at that U.S. dollar just a few minutes, when we started the program, I wanted to get up and show you where we were. We got to put the dollar index up again on that daily chart, and you'll see there's where we are, breaking out to the upside. And you can see how we're setting right at the 78% of the level right back here. And if we measure this from this high right here, you'll see you're setting at the right at the 382 also, or the 382 is just a tiny bit above it right here, but we're setting right there. And also this is 10 days up. And the other one is 11 days. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days up. So this is 11 days up. This is where we are right now. Let's get back to the euro. This is the most actively traded thing in the world, folks. So here's where we are. I'm going to go down because this is if I'm doing day trading, this is the kind I'll be watching. Okay, there's the hourly chart. We're breaking down really hard. Okay, we're looking at this number. There it is right there, 59945. So this should stop right here. Now, we're right at the 618 of that number, folks. Exactly, right there. Now, we're coming down strong, okay? Now, we have to have a place that we have to see if we're going to be even as close as we can possibly get. So if we take the last highs that we made, this was a pretty significant high. Well, we'll just do them all here so you can see. There's your move down. That takes you to this level right here. Then it breaks down more. And then you have another rally coming in from this one right here. You come down, and that takes you to that rally there. So we're down right near that level. You see, there's where we've been. Now, I want to move this over just a little bit here. We've been here now for 2 hours, folks, right at this level. And okay, so this is telling us if I'm going to trade foreign currency, and I do quite a bit, I would be buying this right here. And the reason why is because if you look at this on the daily, and not many people are doing this, we are, but there's the number right there, 55902, 55949. The low has been 559. The low of the day has been 55928. So it's up about 20 pips from the actual bottom. Okay, so that you'd have to risk about 30 pips to see if that's correct. But this is a bull market, folks. You can see this. We have higher bottoms, higher tops, and we're sitting right here at the 61% retracement. So it might not work, but this is Mother God and country. I mean, it really is. You just draw the line in, you're going to probably see the valid trend line that's in here pretty close. So it breaks it there, but if you put it in right there, it's pretty much, and there's the retracements. There it is. You're down 11 days. So this was 11 days up, 11 days up. So this is what you want to be looking at it. So I just bought it just a minute ago at 55944. I'm going to risk 25 pips to see if it's right or not. So that's a primary thing of what we're watching here with the euro. Now let's take a look at the Japanese yen. Now that had been very good to us this past week. We got out of it in the 147 and change area. And the reason for that is I wanted to book some profit, and it was too early as always. We're going to get up here and take a look at it, and boy was it ever. Look at this where it is right. Oh, there's another reason why this US dollar is really interesting, folks. Here there's the move here, right here. You see the 382 pattern right here? They're taking you right up there. There it is right there. You can see the ABCD right there. Look at this, folks. 382 1.618. My goodness, folks. Yeah, none of my business. Okay, there's the ABCD. There's where we are right now. See, I got out of it right in here. I thought this would be the stop, the top of it, and of course it's gone higher. I didn't go short there, but that's where I said that if you bought it down here like you're supposed to, Okay, there's your real easy buy right here. It was just a few, 4 or 5 days ago. Now you can see where we are right now, and that's a real interesting spot of how we're watching. All this is based about risk control, folks. It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose. That's the key to what I try to do. And sometimes I do it right, sometimes I do it wrong. The one thing I won't be happening to me is I'm not going to sit there like in the stocks. I know we had a nice trade going on there in that Russell, but it's bounced a little bit in here, but I got stopped out. I had to put a stop in. I could have risked the whole thing and said, all right, we're going to go to break even. But boy, I would have been very upset because right here, folks, we had, almost $4,000 profit. We ended up making $1,000 being stopped out right here. And now you can see this is where we are right now. So we've rallied how much? 8 or 10 points, really not very much. We didn't even take out that low yet, so it's still hanging there pretty much on its own. Okay, those are the dollar index that I wanted to pretty much take care of. Someone asked about the Canadian dollar. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know much about it, but let's just see where we are. I know it was ready to rally, and boy, there it is. It has its rally. There's our 60-minute right here. We'll get up here. We're going to look at this on the daily chart because it went down to that level that was pretty significant. Oh, let's just get this over here right there and move that out of the way. Refresh this for a second, and okay, now move this over. And it was ready to rally in this area, folks, mainly because of the pullback that we had right here was setting exactly at the 786. As you can see, there's where it was back in June and July, and we've had these higher bottoms in here. This is telling us it is starting to rally a little bit. There it is right there. You can see the little bit higher rally, but there was your big sale right here, and now we're coming in. Folks, I don't know anything about these tariffs, and I don't think anybody else does either, but that's all I know. History says they're not very good, but history sometimes is a little late getting back to where you want to be. Okay, now we'll see here what's going on. See that 1 second here. Bear with me. I've got to see how it's walking. It looks like I'm not going to get filled on my gold order here. I was trying to sell it up here at $39.50, but it doesn't look like it's going to get there right now. So we'll leave it in for a bit and see if that's going to be the case here. All righty, let me double check the old stock on the wall here to see how much time we got left here. 46 seconds, that's enough to take a look at Apple. And we'll get up here. I don't know what's happened with Apple, but they don't follow me either. So where is it, Apple? Apple. There it is right here. Hold on. There's Apple. It's actually up today. This is a good sign. We'll be right back, folks. Stay with us.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, back with you in just a second here. We're going to take a quick look here at the wheat market because it was weaker early this morning, but I believe we're still close to a relatively good bottom in this, and no one is looking for it, but let's just get there. There it is right here. Here's the December wheat. See if we've touched those levels again. Get the daily up here so we can see it. We went down and we took out these lows here by 0.5 cent, folks. That's where it's setting right now. And so I am in the corn market right now. I didn't do anything in wheat. I like wheat, but because I still think this is a major bottom. We're setting right at the 786. We've taken out this low here by 1/4 cent. That's all we've done. And that's not, usually it collapses when it does that, but it hasn't done it as of yet. But as you can see, it did take the low out, and we're going to find out that's it. The corn is acting the strongest of the group, and that's the only reason. Looking at the ABCDs, that's all I was looking at. There was the ABCD right here. We had a pretty good rally, and as a matter of fact, we bought it at 11. It's got as high as 24. That's $600. I'll just look at it today. What I'd be watching for is at least a 382 off of this high right back here. So if you put that in, oh my God, no, tell me it hit it today. No, it came very close. At 26 would be the 382 of this level right here. Now the low today was at 12. So my stop, what I've done here is I moved my stop here to break even, which was 11. That's where we bought it. There was the ABCD. There it is. This was when we bought on Sunday night. And there it is right now. There's Monday, Tuesday. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. We're going to find out if it's going to keep working or not. We'll go from that level. Now, people have asked me about my prediction in the stock market, folks. I have to stand by it. You know I got stopped out of the position, and it's made a lot more if we'd have stuck with it, but I have to put orders in there to protect my constituents, because I have a lot of folks that follow what I do, rightly or wrongly, and that's what I'm looking for. But when you have news items that comes out like this, you don't know what to do. Well, you never know what to do. The only thing you can do is protect your backside, and that's what I was trying to do, and it didn't work out this way. We still made $1,000, but that still doesn't make me feel very good. That much I can promise you. Okay, all right. We already talked about the dollar index. We've already talked about the euro, the British pound, the Japanese yen, and we got another one we need to talk about, and that's what I'm most bullish of all about, is the December soybean meal oil. And let's just rally it a little bit here today, get the daily up. We're getting close to it though, folks. Well, not really, because it just doesn't want. It comes into this gap area. See, I want to. Here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to buy this. This is a very bullish chart. So all I was looking at, I want to buy the 382 retracement on this puppy. Now you can see here, we missed it here. There was a gap where it went limit up. Folks, we're still trading way above that. This is 2 weeks ago. There's still demand for soybean oil. A lot of demand, not so much for meal. They're crushing the oil to get to the beans to get to the oil. But if we could get this down one more time right here, I got an order sitting there at 50.90, and if it gets there, I'm going to buy it and put a stop, right below here at 48.90. I'll risk $1,200 on that, because if it hits, it could be a big one. As you know, when we made the top here, there's the top that came in. This was right during one of our day trading sessions. And this is look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 days it stayed here at 56.70 and then finally rolled over. So you got to ask yourself, why was that so important? So we just go back here and see, we're missing a lot of data here. So I can't really tell you what that is because I have to go to the weekly. So let's just take a look at that weekly and see where it might have been. Oh, there it was. There's your 61% retracement off of this move here. Would have been very close. Well, yeah, within less than a point. And there's where we are. This is not bearish, folks. This still looks bullish. All you got to do is back it off a little bit to get a low risk buy and friendly hello and a good buy, and then I think it'll be moving pretty good. Well, I was just alerted here that the old currency, the old euro, has popped up a little bit. Now it's up about 20 pips from where we were talking about it just a minute ago. Get up here and take a look at it on a mini basis here and see where we are. Yeah, not 20 pips, up about 10 pips. That's all it's done. There was the bottom right in here where we think it was the bottom. And then we're going to find out if it has much. When it gets below here, I'm going to lose 20 pips and I'll be out of it because I bought it at 48. My stop's right at the low here, which is at 28. So that's trading at 62 right now. So, and remember, on the daily, this is mother, God, and country. You're setting in an uptrend. There's your 61% retracement, okay? It's the largest correction we've had let's just double check it. Come on, let's just double check it. The previous corrections were this one right here and this one right here, which is a little more, so put that one in right there. Okay, that was that correction, I believe. Yeah, let's see how close it was. That was that correction. That was that one. And this is this one. So this is the largest correction we've had in this market that started way back in May. 10 days down. All the previous ones were 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. And now we've got 11 down, setting right at the moment of truth. There it is right there. And the dollar index is doing the same thing on the reverse side, which it should, because it's 54% of the dollar index value. Okay, so that's what we're watching here. Let's get that out of the way here. A couple stocks people have asked me about today. I'm going to bring up a couple here. Let you take a look at it. First one is Coinbase. I already brought that up. I'll bring it up again and like I said, folks, I don't know diddly about this stuff. So all I know is it scares me. I wouldn't be buying this if you let me trade for free, because that's a 3 drive to a top pattern and it's setting right at that level. Remember that NVIDIA just hit all the numbers, folks, at 172. Well, remember, I thought it was bearish at 164. Now it's 172. Why do the numbers keep going up? Because it keeps expanding. And all I'm trying to do is find a spot to get in it. That's really what I'm trying to do. That overall picture of what I looked at over the last couple of weeks is a major, let's do the SNQ, folks, because this is where I have to show you what I'm looking. It doesn't, well, let's just get this up here. Here's NQ, and now we got to come down and we look at it on a weekly basis because it's still making a major 3 drive to a top pattern. Just get this. There it is right there. Move this over. This is it. See, we made a new high now. 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row. All right. So I thought this was going to be high off. Well, last week I thought it was going to be the high right there. Let's just draw it in to see what the numbers tell us. There's drive 1. Try to use the right tool, Larry. There's drive 1 right there. There's drive 2 right there. And there's drive 3 coming in right there today. Okay, now the last time we had drive 1, it went up 1.414. Okay, now this one right here has made 1.218 of that number right here. But You see that shining star right there, folks? You see that shining star? Watch this. This is why this might be the day. Hold your breath. Probably isn't. But there's your 1.618. You take that number down from there, right there, and put it in right there. Where is it? Right here. Where is it? Right there. There it is. Right. There it is right there. 123,259, and the high has been 2522. So we'll see. Okay, folks, stay with us. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
I've been alerted that we just made a 382 on the daily going back here to April 7th. Remember, everybody remembers that day, right? And there it is right there. We just made a 382 from that level. So that's it. Let's use this as our memory trade. This is the one we were looking at. There's the 1.618 expansion on NVIDIA. There's your 1.27 to the upside. There's your 1.27 to the upside. There's the 1.618 expansion that measures to 172.49. The high today has been 172.40. within 9 cents of that number. Now, whether it means anything or not, I don't know, but I like numbers, and numbers sometimes will lead you to the promised land. So watch these, folks, because someday, maybe not in our lifetime, there's going to be a 2% correction in the stock market. Probably not this year or next year, but sometime in 2029 or 2030, maybe even 2031, okay? I say that with tongue in cheek because we're already seeing a pretty good correction in the Russell and also in the Russell and also the S&P. Of course, the S&P is still going up. Made new highs today, and the fact is, where are we trading at right now? Let's just look at it. We're bouncing back a little bit from that low that we made right back here. Still think we're going to get this level right here. It's going to be our move to the downside. Now, let's look at this real quickly here because we've made a couple of lower lows in here. I could go to a 3-minute if I'm really fast, and we'll see what that 382. There's your first 382 right here. You made another low, okay, so that means you got a new 382, and that one comes in right here at 310, okay, and we're at 306 right now, so it should get to there, but our low today should be around 62.76. That's what it looks like here from the cheap seats. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And since we have a little time left, tomorrow our guest will be Mike Moore of More Analytics. So we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow, boys and girls, and may God bless.
Steve